The crash of the waves against the beach, sunshine, cold drinks, sunscreen. Yep, it's finally summertime and I'm ready. Got my beach shirt on, got my Panama Jack hat, although something's riding on top of it, and my cheap sunglasses, so I am ready to go. But before we get going, let's take a look at what happened last week in state championship soccer, baseball, and softball action. And no, this is not a preview for the new Baywatch movie. This is Prep Rally, our weekly show dedicated to prep sports in Northwest Arkansas. And I'm your host, Chip Souza, the sports editor of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Let's get this thing off my head. It's weighing heavy on me. So before we take the plunge into summer break, let's recap some remarkable spring sports that ended last weekend with the Weekend of Champions in Fayetteville, again as we crown state champions in baseball, softball, and soccer. 4 Northwest Arkansas soccer teams claimed state championships, but none were sweeter than the Rogers Mounties, who won the school's first boys state soccer title after they came from 3 goals to 1 down to defeat Springdale Harbor 5-3. 4 straight goals for the Mounties in the second half to set off a wild celebration at Razorback Field. Jesse Ramirez, he had a hat trick for the Mounties, who gave Coach Steve Peck his first state title. Scotty Borderland, he covered the state final for the NWADG, and he spoke with an emotional Coach Peck after the match.
Oh, I mean, this is our first one ever for the boys, so it's huge. And it's my first one. Been to it twice before with a different school, but lost both ones. And I mean, it means a lot. I've waited a long time to get here. So and they don't come easy, not up here in the 7A West.
The Bentonville Lady Tigers, they earned the program's second straight state soccer championship as Lauren Hargis, she scored a hat trick, and the Lady Tigers had a 4-0 shutout of Cabot late Saturday afternoon. Henry Apple, he covered the title match, and he spoke with Bentonville coach Chris Henry after the big win.
Ari, you had several scoring opportunities, and you had
so
to know.
Today, yeah.
You had to know eventually one had to get in, and here comes a freshman to the rescue.
Oh my gosh, you know what? And I don't know if we've scored on a corner kick all year. So for this to be the day to break through, I think that was huge. Right place. I mean, tell me you just got to be there. If you're there, you have a chance.
On Friday, it was all about Siloam Springs as both the boys and the girls captured 6A state championships. For the boys who got the day started early Friday morning, Eli Jackson had a hat trick, and the Panthers defeated Mountain Home 4-0, got a shutout to earn their second straight Class 6A boys soccer title. The girls' match was played right after that, and it was a blowout as the Lady Panthers won their 4th straight state championship. They defeated Russellville 6-0 as Audrey Maxwell, she had a hat trick. The Lady Panthers completed a 24-3 season. Over at Bogle Park on Friday, it was all about Morgan Nelson. She had 3 hits, and star pitcher Maddie Pro capped one of the most dominating seasons as a pitcher ever to lead Bentonville to a repeat as a Class 7A state softball champions. The Lady Tigers were 30-1 this season. They routed North Little Rock in the championship game 11-3. Henry Apple covered the championship game for the NWADG, and here's his video after that game.
The second time around, what is it like?
It's fantastic. It's a credit to these kids. You know, it's just like I told him. This is a group of character kids. As far he asked me about when they tied it up, came back 3-3. You know, what did you do? What did you challenge your kids? And I told him I did challenge them. I challenged them to play to win and do what they do. And let's go be Bentonville. And that's exactly what they did. And tip the hat to my girls.
We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll recap the baseball championship games. But while we're away, let's take a look at some of the amazing photos that the NWADG photo staff captured during the Weekend of Champions in Fayetteville. Those are some great photos, and if you want to view more of those, you can go see those at nwadg.com. You can buy prints of any of the photos that you see, some of the great celebration photos that we got all throughout the state tournament and the state finals over the weekend. So nwadg.com to see more of those great photos. 3 NWA teams played for state baseball championships over the weekend, but all 3 just came up a little bit short on Friday. They played back to back to back. So we'll start in Class 7A with Springdale Harbor and Cabot. They started the day and started the weekend off. They played a terrific game. Both pitchers were absolutely dominant in this game. Cabot's Logan Gilbertson, he earned the win, and Cabot got a 2-1 win over Harbor. Gilbertson, he was named the most valuable player. He allowed just 3 hits, but Harbor sophomore Blake Adams was equally as stellar. He only allowed 4 hits, but in the end, it was Cabot that claimed a 2-1 win to capture the 7A state baseball championship. Greenland advanced to the title game in Class 3A. This is the second time in school history that the Pirates have advanced to the state final in baseball, but 6 errors kind of doomed them in a 4-0 loss to Harding Academy. Harding's Peyton Harlow, he pitched a shutout to earn MVP honors of that game, and Harding Academy got a 4-0 win in that one. And in Class 4A, Shiloh Christian was denied a repeat as Nashville knocked off the Saints 4-1. Now, this game was marred by an hour-and-a-half rain delay. Now, we're not saying it had any effect more on Shiloh than it did on Nashville because they both had that rain delay, but definitely had an impact. The game was tied 1-1. The Scrappers broke a 1-1 tie, and they scored single runs in the late innings to win that title. So congratulations to all the state champion teams from around the state. Winning a state title is something you will never forget, and what terrific memories that they will carry, these players will carry with them, and coaches will carry with them for a lifetime. I want to remind you that NWADG will honor top athletes from all the spring sports over the next 2 Sundays as we release our all NWADG teams. We will honor track and field athletes. That'll be this Sunday on May the 28th. And then on June the 4th, next Sunday, we will honor athletes in baseball, softball, boys, and girls soccer. So make sure to get a copy of the NWADG on those days, or you can check it out at NWADG.com. That's it for this week, but we will continue to have a show each week during the summer as we preview NWA football teams as they just ended spring football practices, and they will start to take a look ahead at the 2017 season. We'll also have some special events coming up in the summer, like the Arkansas High School Coaches Association All-Star Games that will be going on in Conway in June, and we'll also be covering the Southwest Elite 7-on-7 tournament at Shiloh Christian in July. We want to thank all the NWADG sports and photography staffs for providing video each week for Prep Rally, and a special thanks to Spencer Tyree and his crew for putting up with all my shenanigans each week to get this show taped and produced. For all of us at the NWADG, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Prep Rally.